Hey guys and gals, let's build the retro camera by Lego Creator. This is set number 31147, contains 261 bricks, retails for $19.99, and this set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. So this is essentially what we're going to be building today. Looks like just a retro style old school camera. And since this is a 3-in-1, you can build a little hand camcorder. Just looks almost like the one I'm using now. And looks like a vintage television set. Well, we're going to focus on this because this is the main model. And it does jump right into the manual. Now, there are 4 unnumbered bags, so I just dumped them out in one big giant pile here. And in addition, we have a roll of film. Now, there's one thing to note on this set, if I can find it, is there is a sheet of stickers that are included with the set. I'm seeing if I can find them real quick, and I think my LED light has had it. My ring light took a dump already. Light works, but the grommet that holds the light onto the tripod does not. Well, I don't know what I did with the stickers. It's a little tiny sticker sheet. I mean little. It has 6 stickers on it. And I just somehow miraculously lost it. Well, what better way to start a build, huh? So I'm going to have to probably get up and look for it. Let me check the manual here real quick. Okay, here it is. And this is essentially what we have. I was hoping these were printed. The stickers. And that's it. Alrighty, well let's get going here. Now, what am I going to use? I have my floodlight sitting right next to my camcorder, so if I need to, I can flip it on and just crank it up as bright as I can. So, we'll leave that off for right now. And I got to find a way to repair the other ring light that I've only had for maybe about a month and a half, but it worked really well. So, let's begin. Let's build it. And since this is unnumbered and all that stuff, guess what we have to do? We're going to have to hunt through all the parts. So I think what I'm going to do here, slide all this here, as I'm sitting here anyways, and start sorting out parts until I find the pieces that I need. Makes it easier. So how's everyone's week been going? I hope your week's going well. Mine is kind of, I've been very exhausted. Living in a construction zone is not really fun. And it's just how it is. And well, that one looks okay. I'm making sure Lego doesn't scratch some of this stuff here. Why does it matter? It's a kid's toy. Well, today we are adults building it. So that's how it is. And something fell behind the counter already. I'll have to dig it out later. It was a little stud or something. And yeah, you could tell I'm tired. I have a whole stack of sets right now that are kind of they're slowly creeping in. At least they're trickling, and they're not getting a big box that says they have to be done in 5 days. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Looking for some 1x1s. And let's stick a 4x4 in there now. Right in the middle. I'm honestly getting pooped out of Lego stuff already. Since I've been off, that's all I've done. To any Lego fan, this would be a dream job, but that's the word, job. And first time ever in my area, they're actually putting in a Lego convention. And I'm kind of, I don't know if I want to go to it or not. It's not for like a month and a half and 2 months, but to me, I enjoy this as a hobby, but I said there's going to be vendors and stuff there, but I don't know who's sell their stuff. And two, I got to be careful. I don't want to bring more stuff home. Never get to it. Yeah, this old LED light is, see. You know what? I'm inclined to think it's the socket that's kind of tarnished, because I just unscrewed a little bit and it just flickers. So I'm going to need to take that light out of there and polish up everything. These lamps are just about as old as I am, and see what I can do here. Yeah, this is one of the sets that I kind of was like, I'm not really interested in, and I thought, well, if I didn't respond back, they weren't going to send it to me. Well, they did. So it's like, well, and I read the thing, oh, you need to specifically tell them no. So, no, well, I'm stuck with it now, so I have to do it. So, it might be a good build, we don't know yet. I miss the old creator sets where they were a little different than this. Trying to think of some fun stuff to do for the holidays. Kind of keep me away from home, but all I'm getting is, oh, come to my area and we'll hang out, and they're like thousands of miles away, or a couple of states, even countries over, and I'm like, well, I don't want to have to cough up money on a plane ticket, because everything like that now is getting expensive. Okay, I need 2 of those. The color palette in this set is kind of meh, you know, and the parts are just kind of your garden variety average stuff. So I don't expect this to be anything more than just a cool novelty item. So we're going to see how well we can put this together today. Slowly going to pull all this stuff out of here. All right. Now, if you're doing stuff like this, the fastest way to get started on building is to sort parts. Now you see how I'm setting things up right now as I'm going here? I'm just starting to sort things out, and the reason being is tripping over big pieces takes forever. That's why I'm pulling them out now. I'm actually looking for another 1x1 plate. So they got all these big pieces, right? We barely even touched the big stuff. We're doing all the small stuff first, which is usually how these things usually go. Yeah, I do sound tired. I had 4 hours of sleep and I had a 3-hour nap, so it's 7 hours, but not consecutively. So, okay. Oh, I already have a plate in there. Never mind. Am I missing anything else? Okay, it looks like the picture. I did get a question, you know, Jay, can you tell us how you feel about these sets? Would this be something you're willing to buy if it was just something on the shelf? I can put those in the reviews as well, but honestly, something like this camera, maybe if I was into photography, but I mean, no. Oh, wait a minute, we're looking for this piece. Okay, we found it. I'm going to put it in here first and set it in. Hold on. That's just not... Okay, got to put one on the bottom. I forgot all about that. I must have skipped a page or something. Yep. Today I think is 8th. This is a bedside build. 8th of December 2023. In other words, I'm building this at night. That's why I call them bedside builds, because I'm building them before I go to bed. So that's why they're bedside builds. Okay, we need 4 of those. Yeah, after I just finish up a wad of reviews, I'm getting more reviews in, you know, and that's probably the only downside of doing all this, but Lego has to produce all their winter stuff first, and they get us to spin. There was a thing going around, well, they were talking about sets. I said I only bought 3 whole sets this year. Oh, you don't have to buy any more. Lego sends you all this stuff. I'm like, well, they don't send me stuff that I would particularly want, you know, so I have to still buy the goodies. Oh, well, they send you that. Well, yeah, they send it to me, but does that mean I want it? This is something I'm chopping to bits for. I'm looking for some 1x2 plates. Okay, here's one. There's the other one right there. Reminds me of the old camera that my parents had one of those ones that were kind of flat. And I remember my grandparents used to have a Polaroid camera, and those were so cool. And you take a picture and it'd come out instantly. Kind of similar to what a digital camera does, except, yeah, like those things are so cool, but they were expensive. I remember one year I wanted a Polaroid camera for Christmas, but I never got it because they were pricey back in the 80s. The quality of those photos weren't really the best, but it was just, you can press a button and it would spit out a picture at you. You didn't have to wait for it. You just had to wait for the developer stuff to dry out. And well, at least I found the plates for it here. And I just, you know, probably would have been something else I would have still be hanging on to today. I'm looking for some 1x2 plates with bow. I gotta find 2 of these here. Well, the further we go, the less parts we have to trip over. There's the other one. And I'm already making arrangements to start making more Patreon exclusive stuff now. Have a method on how I want to do it. I know some people are going to frown upon that, and so be it, but you know, I want to put out a new style of content out, and well, it's going to take a little bit more of my spare time that I really don't want to fork out right now for. The reviews obviously will be free because Lego sends the stuff to me, so I can't charge an admission for those. But I don't know yet. I'm still toying around the idea of doing it. I haven't done anything. Nothing's set in stone. Ooh, man, I'm getting tired. But I'm going to nail this set out here. I may squeeze out an unboxing. I don't know yet. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, you got to make 2 of these. I was like looking at things. There's a red thing under here. Now, I did get a message about why don't I do alternative builds on these because the videos would be dragged out. I don't want to be done with this, film it, tear it apart. And there's no brick separator, I noticed, that came with this set. There's nothing for a creator where you can take this thing apart. So I'll have to let that be known in the review if I can remember that far. No brick separator was included. Oh, yeah, we're just, I was going to say, all right, manual was cheating. Oh yeah, that new Fortnite game thing came out. I just downloaded the free copy. I haven't even installed it yet. And everybody's like, tonight, they told me about it. I was like, okay, within like 5 seconds. Did you already download it and started playing? I'm like, dude, I just cracked open the browser. I haven't played anything yet. I just wasn't in the mood to play video games. I know. These are guys that play video games every day. That's how I know I've gotten more older, more mature, because video games they just don't, they're just not as appealing like when I was a teenager. And yeah, lots of parts to go through here. I'm still working on step 20. I'm still piecing this thing together. I gotta check on something here, but I want to get this thing done first before I do. It goes in like that. Okay. Okay, I had to check something real quick here. And let's continue on. Yeah, so when you're building stuff like this, the best way to do this is to do what I'm doing. Just slowly sort out parts. If you get stuck on something, just start sorting it out just slowly, a little bit. You don't have to try to get it all done in one sitting. I hate when you're trying to find one specific piece and the one thing I'm tripping over is stuff that I don't really currently need right now. So for the build, it's okay. I don't know. I wasn't really interested when I saw the set for offer, and I just thought, well, I'm stuck with it. Let's see how the build goes. And yeah, it's kind of, I think it's the colors, because I want something bright and colorful, and this is not really it. It still might be a good build, though. We don't know. I just saw this piece. Goes right back here, and that clip's supposed to go that way. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Those are supposed to go there. I was like, what? Yep, almost made a boo-boo there. We'll fix that right up. I saw that 1x2 plate with the bearing on it. Now I can't find it. Oh, there it is. We need to get a couple more of those. Okay, so it goes there. Now, Jay, if you're tired, why do you work on this stuff? Because I don't want to get to the point where I'm behind on reviews and I'm just trying to race to get them done. You notice the second channel now. This is going to be the build review thing. I think I'm the only one that's doing this style. Why? just to kind of do live review. What's my experience like? A lot of people don't do that. They just tell you what they did at the end of the build. Well, that's, to some people like myself, that doesn't do me any good. We're here. First off, this is the other creator sets that I've observed, everything was they had the very first model sorted. This one here is not. You have to hunt all these pieces. And this is how creator sets used to be packaged. And a lot of us would throw fits over. It's like, why don't they just number this stuff? At least do the main model. Most people build the main model. And why Lego did this back to the old way, I don't know. It's making the build, I thought, oh, this should be, it's 260 pieces. It should take close to about 30 minutes. Well, I'm almost spent 30 minutes. I'm not even halfway done with the build yet. It's taken forever. I mean, I like to savor the build, but where I'm spending more time trying to find parts is making the build not so pleasant anymore. So it took me a couple minutes to find that thing. And this is not the most exciting color palette in the whole that Lego's ever produced. So you notice we're messing with grays, blacks, a little bit of blue, and some red. Yeah, I'll think about that Lego convention thing, but I don't know if I should just sneak in. Do I let them know who I am? I don't know. It'd be kind of something different. Oh, somebody, oh, we can meet up and stuff. And I thought, and then we can go hang out at your place. I thought, I don't know. I'd have to really think on that one, but for me personally, this was just meant to be as a little fun hobby at the time. I was never really, planning on ever having this Lego stuff blow up like the way it has. Meeting at a public convention is one thing, but I don't know about, oh, we got to put together something. But meeting up and hanging out. I mean, I live in a place where it's not really hangout worthy, and too, we're several years apart in terms of age, and this convention is at least on the time that I'm off. So it's not like I have work or anything, but it'd be something different though. That's the back side, and yeah, it doesn't look too thrilling in there, does it? It looks kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't look too good. Okay, looks like we're starting another part of it here. Oh, I've got to put the little thing in there. Yeah, be careful, your manual, the pages may stick, so. Yeah, I mean, we're slowly getting the pieces out of here. We know we're going to be using most of everything up on here. It's the main model for creator sets. We usually like this. And okay, so this snaps in hold on. Oh, how did that happen there, huh? I have that thing in there kind of weird. Let me see if I can extract that there and turn it around, but there's no brick separator, right? So if you mess up, that's it. It's game over. And to me, why didn't Lego include a brick separator with the set? I have no clue. And yes, for those out there who say I grade very hard, yeah. So this actually locks in place, and you pull this to open it up. So that's where you load up your memory cards, your SD cards. I'm just trying to think though. Now they said if you go in here and your mock gets approved, you can display your mock for free. But one of the requirements is you can get a table that's 8 feet by 30 inches. And you know how big my mocks are. 8 feet is just too big. 30 inches, I mean, like that McDonald's, I could fit that McDonald's on just this alone. I just need this. And I don't want to rent a whole table out with just me, and I don't know anybody else who wants to do this. So it's going to be kind of different. Alright, so I got to think on how I want to do this whole thing. I mean, I've never done it before, never did anything like this. There you go. And this will open up. There you go. Good place to stash stuff, huh? But it's a new. They're trying it out in this area, and I'm going to be honest though. I don't think a lot of people are going to go to the Lego stuff. I mean, I may just give it a whirl, and two, this place is in a not so desirable side of town. It's pretty questionable. I'm like, why would they put it there? If it's something supposed to be family oriented, who's want to? It's at a place that I would not want to go visit at night. Definitely not. We got to make 2 of these panels, and they go in here. Yeah, be careful pressing on this back. You can see how it springs in. I don't know. But see, in my area, nobody knows that I do all this Lego stuff. I mean, very few people do know, but not like where the media is knocking down my door. I kind of want to keep it that way. Well, we're getting there. I mean, I'm slowly pulling out a bunch of parts. So this is almost like 1-to-1 scaled here. These little type of builds are always cool to construct. But what kind of mock would I bring to this convention? I don't know, maybe build that McDonald's. Jay, didn't you rip that apart? Yep, I did. But I can put it back together. I have a rough building guide, and I definitely have all the parts. Do have all the, I have everything. I have a rough building guide to put the whole thing back together. I can also do the Amityville Horror House. I could do the childhood home that I grew up in when I was a kid. And I can't build all that stuff at once. If I did, I would bring 3 things over there. How would I transport it over there? You know, I don't know. I'll have to think on that. I gotta think though. Do I really want to do it? Kind of want to, and then I kind of like, yeah, this is just a hobby. I mean, I don't want to take it to the next level, but I may do it. I may incline. Stick that in there like that. See, now we already got rid of a bunch of parts. Alrighty. have to stack 3 of these on top of one another. These are not too terribly bad. You can easily break those apart with a brick separator. Well, this set didn't come with one, so we can't. And I noticed for some people, especially on Instagram, they only associate or talk to people who they meet in person, which I've never understood that. I mean, we're all real people. I don't see the need to, oh, I can only follow you or talk to you because we've met. I've had that happen. I know one time I asked this guy, I said, you want to give me a follow on Instagram? Oh, I'm sorry, I only follow people that I know in real life. I'm like, okay. And then I unfollowed this guy. Next thing you know, it started like drama or something. It was another adult. I'm looking for another one of these corner bricks here. Wait a minute. Okay, be careful here. I just noticed something. I'm thinking of sticking these in here. Don't. Okay? It's goofy. You have to stick these in here and the 1x1 bricks. I don't know how critical it is, but I just assume that. So we don't know. All right. Okay, stack 3 more of these boogers. Put them on there. I haven't got to any of the cool parts yet. We'll stick this window in here, and I will be right back. Alright, I had to check a video status real quick. Yeah, I'm trying to get things done as quickly as I can here. I haven't started that bus project yet. I forgot to put something over there. And I kind of really want to get on that bus, so I'm hoping this weekend I can get it built. I think I have all the essential parts. Now, Lego closed down Pick-a-Brick standards, so if I need any special pieces, they're going to obviously have to wait. So I'm hoping everything is here. Alright, so I don't know what this is. This just sits in here. So just set this in here like this. I was looking at that and I'm thinking that's just supposed to sit in there. Yeah, see how that's situated like that? And that cutout, and that's 1-to-1 too. So you have to line up all that stuff there. That's how that is supposed to be set in. Now we got to lock it in with some stuff first. So don't go just tipping that thing around and have it falling apart on you. There we go. I think this is just meant to simulate that we're going to advance the film or something. And one of my buddies like, oh, you should do the whole convention thing. And like I said, though, I'm just still thinking. I hate when people try to pressure you into doing something. I'm like, dude, I don't know yet. If I do, I'd like to submit a mock, but you know, do I keep my mocks there overnight? You don't know. And with the advent of having my own building guides, I can just reconstruct it, huh? How long would it take me to build that McDonald's? Build it completely the way I had it? Probably about 2 weeks, give or take, maybe sooner. So everything's here, right? Everything's here. Sig figs are here. And yeah, I could just do that. The 1960s home that I built, the childhood home, that had that reddish brown that's kind of brittle, or the new dark red is brittle, so I gotta think of how I want to do that. Okay, we went around. Or just bring out a whole brand new mock. It's only for 2 days, you know. And so far, this build is okay. It's something I'm not really interested in. I think this right here this is more just like a display piece than anything here. And I can always use those slopes too. I mean, yeah, the camera angle is the way it is. You know, I can just turn this on. There we go. Yeah, without that ring light, because the grommet thing came out. Matter of fact, I can show you right here. And let me get it over here and show you. It's that thing right there that keeps coming out. I mean, this thing just is loose. So I thought maybe I could pop the lens off and put at least a bolt through there or something and just make my own. I can't do that, so I gotta think of a way. And I could buy another one, but I'm gonna see if I can repair the one I have now. Must be to advance the film. So basically you just do this. You would take the picture and you would just do this. You had to do it by hand too. And I remember those days with those type of cameras. That's what my parents had. I can't remember what this did. Maybe this does it or something where you can do this. Now we're missing is the strap for it. It'd be kind of cool though to go to that convention. Say I've been to a Lego convention. Never have. It would be something. Like I said, even if I were just to go and visit, it'd be kind of cool to put one of my mocks on display. You know what? Maybe do that campground, but the campground is a different issue. It's all about building the terrain, and to do all that, that would be really a chore to, you know, could I get the terrain? And I mean, I have my previous campground setups that I could build. The campers I pretty much torn apart. I could build a whole new setup. I already have the building guides for all the campers, except for one that I want to build, and that's what makes it kind of tough. Nice and round too. Trying to hold the yawns in. Okay, so after that, we have to flat tile some stuff here. Okay, so this, which way does that go there? All right, well that kind of, I think it goes like that. And I think this cross axle, let's see here. Sorry if you can't see it. So I think it's worth something like that right there, where it's kind of in the center. Okay. And you get one of these parabola dishes that's transparent too. That's kind of cool. And then we have, if I can get that in there, does it matter which way it goes? Yes, it goes in this side here. Not the spoke side right here, it goes in here. There we go. Alright, remember how that thing before wouldn't line up? Yeah, good luck with that. Alright. And this set was doing okay too, but see how this thing wiggles? Alright, I'm just trying to keep it up against this little window frame here. It doesn't tell you that in the manual, but let's see here. Did that do well? I mean, maybe. Yeah, there you go. So push up against that window frame. And looks like the camera's done there. And yeah, we do have the little strap that goes with it, and that's what's in here. I'll show you. We hadn't even got to that sticker sheet yet. That's got me worried. Okay. And that's what it is. Nice and colorful. It's like out of a heavy fabric. And it goes on here. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? It goes like this. So just put these things together here. And we'll set that on there. And I'm probably going to guess something else is going to go on there too. I think it's one of these train wheels. Please don't move. Please don't move. Please don't move. This thing right here. So be sure you have this thing ready to go. This little piece here. Ready to go. So you can snap that on there. I wouldn't hold on to the camera with this, but there we go. And then after that, now we got to build the spool of film. And so far, it looks good. It's just something I'm not really interested in, but, well, I mean, it's not like I'm going to fail it or anything. So don't think, oh, Jay's going to fail because he hates it. Nah, just... Okay, we're just going to build 2 more columns and stick the glass in between there now. Now I want you to put the windows in first and then put the stickers. When I saw this, I thought, oh, these are printed. That'll be so cool. Well, not really. I still have my grandparents' slide projector they used to show all the stuff on. Oh. These are sets we've seen before. You know? Alright, so 3 goes here, which is the roller skate. Ooh, these are transparent. I'm trying to get it under straight. I may be inclined to just keep these on here. There we go. I got 1 on there. That's pretty good. A little close to that edge there. And then the next one is 5, which is the puppy. Okay, see? Then you can put that right up there. Yeah, it's a little out of focus, but you get the idea. 6 is a motorcycle. So what are we doing? Taking pictures of all the reviews? Lego does sneak some Easter eggs in this stuff too. And then that's it. We haven't done anything else with this yet, but we still got enough to make another one here. Matter of fact, hold on. You know what? Before we do, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm inclined just to do this all now. Yeah, I'm ready for Christmas. I kind of want to just hurry and get it out of the way. I'm not really in the holiday mood, not anymore. Especially when outside, the other day it was like almost 80 degrees. And now it's getting back, it dropped like 25 degrees. It's like now, and today it was like in the 60s, tomorrow it'll be in the 50s. And yeah. Alright, let me just mush this down real quick. And we can put the stickers on anytime we want. So I'm going to go ahead and just start assembling this stuff now. Like that. And put 2 of these here. This is one color I really don't care to have is yellow. Okay. And we can't put that in yet. We got to stick it in there. Couple of flat tiles. I got to put the stickers on that one. Same thing. Now we got to put stickers 4, 2, and 1. Yeah, I remember creator sets were pretty cool for their heyday, and then creator sets now are kind of like this. Basically, creator sets are just a hodgepodge full of parts. They give you 3 models to choose from, and then after that you can build anything your little heart desires. So at the very end here, you are doing stickers. The only thing we're missing on these stickers is the thumbprint that covers the camera lens when we're taking the snapshots. All right, and that's it. And this is what we have remaining out of all the parts we have done here. Okay, so now I don't know how to put the stuff in there. Let me make sure here. Yeah. Okay. I think what we're supposed to do is, this is totally up to you. It doesn't show we have to open this up. You just set this in here like you did back in the old days. Close this right up. And for the other one, too bad you can't put it in there. And that's essentially what this is. Alright, so I'm debating. I think I may just do this. So we'll put it on the turntable. Or do I really even need a turntable for this? You know what? Yeah, let's put it on the turntable really quick. And then I'm going to go ahead and just shoot the final review now. And just to kind of get this out of the way, Well, we'll get into the thing here in a bit. So you'll notice a difference in the tone of my voice. This whole thing needs to be repainted. In fact, I just need to find some frosted glass. Alright. Put that right in the center there. You really can't see anything. And I'll put this over here. And now we can center up the... See how lopsided the camera is? What I'm going to do is turn this light off real quick, and I'm going to line up the horizon a bit. And I don't need to do, I'm going to just do it like this. I don't think I need to really do a close-up on this one here. This is pretty small. I don't have to, boy, this thing really wants to tip. What if I go the other way? Yeah, it's just being a turd. There we go. We'll set our focus here. See, it looks kind of, I'm parallel with the wall. And I'm just, oh, you know what's going on here? First off, this needs to be tightened. I need to get in here and tighten up all the hardware on this. First, I'm going to start with that. Slide this over here. Now you can see on the lopsided. I was like, man, I had some kind of a trapezoid issue there. Well, now we're going to fix it. See, that's what I'm saying. So, like, right now I'm in the index. This is setting up. So, like, it just makes the videos fun. I don't want to, you know, script these out so heavily. Okay, so you can just do this. Yeah. Well, they show it like that too. And yeah, let me get this, make sure the focus, let me turn the light on here. We don't want to go that bright. Dim, right about there. See right down here where it's really dark? I do it to where it's kind of like that, and I back it off a little bit. I like that ring light better, but see, after I unscrew that light bulb, this thing hasn't been playing goofy with me, so all right, let me turn this off. I'm just setting the focus here. Turn it back on again, and now I want to set my exposure time. There we go. And I'd say it looks pretty good for what it is. Alright, let's begin with the review, or the tour. And this is going to be the formal part that will be tacked on to the actual official review. Here's the retro camera all assembled. So off to the left, of course, we got our camera. It's got the, it's like a manual zoom or focus ring. And we got our wrist strap. That is fabric. And on the top we got our, I guess this is to advance the film. This could be the thing that takes the picture. This is probably the rewind thing. I don't know. I haven't used an old camera in probably about 30 years. Also got our cold shoe where you can attach like a light or something to it. And it looks pretty cool. Off to the right we got ourselves a piece of film. Too bad these weren't printed, they're stickers. And here's the back of the camera. So I'll show you. There's another piece of film in here. We got to be careful. We don't want to expose this, but this just pops out. And you can come in here and change the mount. It is a nice, like, life-size build. I remember my parents had something like this when I was a little kid, and I knew better than to mess with it because they would have gotten mad if I opened up that door and there was pictures they wanted to keep on there. And for the most part, it is a nice set. Not something I'm particularly interested in, but And oh, you can actually see through there too. I just noticed that. So this is a little bit in the way here. Other than that though, it's not too bad. It's a nice little build. We're going to jump on in the review with build quality, and it seems pretty sturdy. I didn't have anything fall off. You could pull things around. Now I wouldn't carry it around with this because it's held on with just this little bearing plate. So it's just meant to be for looks. But building it was pretty easy. The only painful thing is going through all the parts. So the bags, as we saw in the unboxing, are not numbered. So if you're going to build this, make sure you have everything pre-sorted before you begin. And we have the extra film roll. This didn't come apart, but the stickers. The stickers were not too bad. They were pretty easy to put on these pieces, especially when they're on the frame. It's easier to guide, make sure all your stickers are lined up. So the stickers are not too bad. The build experience was okay. I think it's the color scheme, and I understand why Lego did it, just to match the color of a real vintage camera. But for somebody like myself who's not really into cameras, it was okay. It did keep my interest. It's just not something I'm particularly interested in as a build. But nonetheless, though, for somebody who is into photography, this should be a pretty decent set. Play value, well, is not really a whole lot. I mean, it is 1-to-1, so obviously you can just pretend like you're taking pictures with it. Or if someone really wanted to, they could sneak a real camera in there, but there's really not a whole lot. I mean, all you could really do is take the film out and use it for something else. Now, this is a 3-in-1 model, so you could build the other 2 models too. Here's the downside with this set, and I'm just going to bluntly say it, there's no brick separator for a Creator 3-in-1. Why did Lego leave that out? I don't know. I've seen some sets where they come with a brick separator and you don't even use it. This was a set that you need a brick separator for, and it's not included. So that's probably only one drawback with this set. And the build is not collaborative. This is basically you sit down and you build it while somebody else watches you, or you can just take turns. So this is meant to be just as a solo build. It means only one person can build this at a time. I mean, with its size, I can see why it could not be a collaborative build. Well, I could just do it like that. It looks a little better. But other than that, it is a nice, beautiful piece. Not something I'm particularly interested in, but it's really nice. My score on this set, and I'm just going to say it, is probably a 9.7 just because of the brick separator, because I had to take some pieces off, and it was a pain. When I, you know, like when the pages in the building guide would stick together, and you skipped a step or two, and you're like, oh, I got to take some stuff apart. It was kind of a pain. So I kind of wish there was a brick separator with this set. That's the only thing wrong with this. So 9.7 is pretty good, but if you're not interested in photography, well, I mean, it's a nice little display piece nonetheless, for maybe for a child's room, or just to put in your Lego room or your Lego workshop. But for me, the set just didn't cut it. I think it might have been the color scheme. It looks too real. It looks really good. It looks like something you'd see back probably in the 70s or the 80s. But it's the color scheme that did it for me, but nothing else. 9.7 is still pretty good. And for $19.99 for 261 bricks, you're still getting a pretty decent build all around. So I still think it's a pretty good set to take a look at and build if you're into the photography scene. But tell me what you think of this set.